Why you have a real chance to find a job in software testing. When you start looking for your first job in software testing, you'll probably hear two very different points of view. It's easy to find a first job. It's almost impossible. Don't even try. Here is the reality. There is always a need for an inexpensive yet smart and motivated workforce in software testing. There are thousands of companies where you can be valuable as an entry-level tester. There is a real chance for you to find a job in one of those companies. Our purpose is to teach you how to make yourself visible and convince an employer that you are valuable. Just keep in your mind that finding your first job is not an easy process. It can take weeks or sometimes months before you get your first interview. Most likely you'll have lots of disappointments, rejections, and hurt feelings. But if you're smart, persistent, and patient, you will find a job. Think about this. Those working as testers now once didn't work as testers. At some point, they did something to get their jobs. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, and we are here to tell you that getting an entry-level job in software testing is absolutely a realistic thing. Realistic doesn't mean easy or simple. It means that if you really want it and are ready to work hard and smart, you'll find that job. Mental tuning. Do you know what really prevents a person from getting an entry-level job in testing? It's not lack of experience. It's not a lack of connections. It's not a lack of education. It's not a lack of communication skills. It's a wrong attitude. So, what is the definition of a wrong attitude? There are many flavors, but two of the most common are these. Negativity and skepticism, for example. Oh yeah, do you think you're so smart? Every available entry-level position is taken by somebody's friend or relative. Or you cannot just come to a foreign country and make more money than the majority of locals do. Or, come on man, you cannot jump over your head. A strong desire to make good money combined with absence of any desire to work hard. For example, wow, you testers are making pretty good money. Oh, are you saying I'll have to sacrifice watching the sports channel and partying with friends? Nah, that doesn't sound right. As you've seen from previous lessons, software testing is not rocket science. There is a lot of stuff to learn when you encounter testing for the first time, but in the end, this stuff is totally comprehensible. We've seen folks with very basic computer skills who were able to pick up testing techniques and get a job. But technicalities are the simplest part of a tester's education. The hardest part is changing a student's attitude if that attitude is wrong. This is because attitude is rooted in personality, and personality is not an easy thing to change. We've known many people with dead-end jobs who were working smart and hard on their testing education and job hunting. Guess what? Those who really wanted to get employed are employed. Was it easy for them? No. But they had the right attitude that helped them to achieve their goal of changing their lives and getting a job in the software industry. Once again, for your first job, your attitude is of primary importance. After all, what else can you offer if you have zero previous experience? Why would an employer hire you? Our answer is that smart employers know perfectly well that the right attitude for an entry-level tester converts into actual work results in a matter of days or weeks, because that person will do his best to justify employers' trust. What is the right attitude? The gist of having a right attitude is simple: giving. Giving your time, your efforts, and your talents to your search for a new job and to the company that hires you. Yes, you need a software testing job to receive money, stability, etc. But you'll receive a lot only if you give a lot in the first place. Here is the 3 parts mantra for anyone who wants to get his first job in testing. I'm willing to work unlimited hours. I'm willing to work on weekends and holidays. I'm willing to work for any amount of money. Even seasoned testers use the first 2 lines during their interviews because long hours and occasional work on weekends are part of QA profession in any case, but mentioning it does make a candidate more attractive. The 3rd line is needed for the entry-level job candidate to show his deep, sincere desire to get the job. This also lets a potential employer know that you want to give rather than receive. Now, forget about software testing for a moment. Imagine this situation. You need a housekeeper to clean your apartment, cook for you, send your clothes to the dry cleaners, and walk your dog. What would you say if someone in good faith offered you all these services for any fee that you are willing to pay? Well, anyone in his sane mind would ask the following question in response to this kind of offer. What's the catch? The catch is that you will give that employee a chance to apply in practice whatever he already knows in theory. Does it sound interesting to you? Of course, not only will you get a good deal for housekeeping services, but you'll also do a good deed by giving someone an opportunity to gain experience. Does it sound interesting to the potential employee? Of course, he will be able to gain experience and make some money at the same time. Now imagine, the individual has worked for you for 6 months and has become really skilled in all areas of your housekeeping needs. Would you let him go just to get another worker with the same experience? Of course not. But if there is a special situation, like you move from San Francisco to Madrid, and you have to part with your housekeeper, then surely you'll try to find that person a job at your friend's house, or at least you would give him the best possible recommendation. Why don't we transpose this situation to software testing jobs, replacing a housekeeper with a beginner software tester and the homeowner with the QA manager? Your great advantage is that not many people approach QA managers with offers like this. I'm willing to work unlimited hours. I'm willing to work on weekends and holidays. I'm willing to work for any amount of money. Why? Because it's an out-of-the-box approach and inexperienced people are scared to do things that are out of the ordinary. In our experience with thousands of students, we observed the same amazing results with this approach. Hiring managers were shocked and helpful. It wasn't all smooth and easy, but in the end, opportunities were given and experience was gained. To conclude this section on mental tuning, let us tell you this. The wrong attitude of an otherwise great candidate is the main reason why the attractive opportunity called entry-level job in software testing will always be available to those who have the right attitude. Now, let's get down to the step-by-step instructions for job hunting. Job hunting activities. Activity 0. Tune up your attitude. You are not the first or the last person looking for a first job. However, if you have the right attitude, your chances will improve tremendously. Main action of Activity 0. Set your mind in the right direction. Activity 1. Let people in your network know that you are looking for an entry-level position in testing and ready to work unlimited hours, even on weekends and holidays, with minimal pay. During one career-related seminar, the lecturer told us something very interesting. Network is not simply a desirable thing anymore. Nowadays, networking is a necessity. What is networking? It's a set of activities to meet new people, make connections, and maintain those connections. The lecturer's point was that we have to consistently work on widening and maintaining our network, and as we do so, our opportunities for success increase. Who would a hiring manager contact first if he needs to hire a tester? That's right, people from his network. So if you are looking for a job and a member of your network is looking for a candidate, this is a perfect situation for both of you. But what if the people inside your network don't work for software companies? That's a very likely situation. Example. Let's say you have 10 friends and each of those friends has 10 friends. This means that if you ask 10 of your friends to ask their friends, your message can possibly reach 100 people. So even if 10 of your friends don't work for software companies, they may know somebody who does. In reality, we all have many more than 10 contacts, so your chances of finding a job via your network are much better than you think. By the way, in the majority of cases, there are no more than 6 degrees of separation between any two persons in the world. 1 degree is the virtual distance between you and someone you know personally. For example, there is 1 degree between you and your friend John, and there are 2 degrees between you and John's acquaintance Helen. Think about it. There are no more than 6 degrees of separation between you and anybody in the world. So all the hiring managers in the world are much closer to you than you think. The best online tool to manage and expand your professional network is LinkedIn.com. This project became so important in the business world that it's been said, if you are not on LinkedIn, you don't exist. Whatever professional stage you are at now, create a LinkedIn account and start managing your professional network online. 1. Find and connect to people you know. 2. Connect to people that you can use for your job search, for example, recruiters. 3. Send invitations to join your LinkedIn network as you meet new people. Here are the benefits of using LinkedIn. 1. You'll have a presence at a global networking place. 2. People you know can recommend you to people you don't know. 3. There is a strong chance that a hiring manager will look at your LinkedIn profile before inviting you for an interview. 4. People who belong to your LinkedIn network can write recommendations for you that everyone can see in your profile. The more recommendations you have, the better your chances to get invited for an interview. 5. LinkedIn has many job hunters tools. 6. Thousands of software companies publish their vacancies on LinkedIn. There are 3 types of natural networks: your professional network, your colleagues; your school network, your classmates from school and college; your social network, your friends and relatives. You should get connected on LinkedIn to the people from all of these networks because all of them can be useful for your career. By the way, there are other networking sites like Facebook that help people to meet people and make useful contacts. Use Facebook too to find your job. But no network will help a person in the long run if he has a poor attitude, even if he is a solid professional. LinkedIn is just a promotional tool, and no promotion can help in the long run if what's being promoted doesn't meet the expectations of consumers, which is companies or people you'll work for. That's why it's imperative to understand that your value comes from who you are and what you can or are willing to do in the first place. Your network is just a helpful instrument to give you more chances to demonstrate your value. That's why we keep emphasizing the importance of attitude. When you want to send a message to your network about your interest in obtaining an entry-level position, it's very important to contact the right persons. Here's what you should do. Browse through your LinkedIn contacts and the contacts of your contacts, looking for those who work for software companies or recruiting agencies. If somebody in your network is in the software or recruiting business, email them, have lunch with them, treat must be on you, call them, etc., to let them know about your interest in being a software tester. Always have your resume ready in printed and digital form, and don't be shy about emailing it. We'll talk about resumes soon. If a necessary contact is not in your network, ask a person from your network to recommend you. This all can be done using LinkedIn features. And of course, you should talk to your friends and the people you meet about your intentions of entering the software industry. Very often, destiny creates great surprises for those who are looking. For example, at the party you might meet somebody who works at a software company that is currently hiring testers. Another approach is to update your LinkedIn status to something like looking for entry-level position in software testing. Main actions of Activity 1. 1. Start to organize and expand your network. 2. Begin sending a message about your intentions to become a software tester. Lesson recap. Getting an entry-level job in software testing is absolutely a realistic thing. Realistic doesn't mean easy or simple. It means that if you really want it and are ready to work hard and smart, you'll find that job. 2. Your attitude is everything. 3. Here is the 3-part mantra for anyone who wants to get his first job in testing. I'm willing to work unlimited hours. I'm willing to work on weekends and holidays. I'm willing to work for any amount of money. 4. Create, cherish, maintain, and expand your professional network. This is a lifetime activity. 5. The most effective tool for online networking is LinkedIn.